to share the gift that God has placed inside of me, and I'm excited. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I believe in starting on time, because you guys could be doing anything this evening, but you chose to spend your time with us. So definitely thank you. My wife and my son are guarding the chat. So if everybody would just go ahead and type their names in, and then we'll go from there. Just type your name in and where you're from in the chat.
I lost everybody. Hold on. There I am.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Everybody just type their name in the chat, and my wife and my son are watching over that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. But before we get started, if everybody just could quickly unmute, and I'll start with Miss Angel. If you just share who you are, where you're from, and why now you would like to learn about the piano. So we'll start with you, Mal.
Okay. Well, my name is Angel, and I'm originally from Florida. And my mom has been playing the piano forever, and she is awesome.
Wow.
And when you're forced to do it, you don't want to do it. She tried to put us in lessons, and when we were little, and we didn't want it. And now and then when I hear her play and make some beautiful music, I'm like, oh my God, I really, really wish I would have stayed in class. So now I'm just like, and I love music. I love making music.
Wow.
And I try to teach myself, I'm kind of self-taught whenever but I still need help. So
okay. Awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining. We'll go to David.
Hi. So as I wrote in the chat, I'm from Quebec in Canada.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And so I have a keyboard that I got as a gift when I was a child.
Okay.
And I still have it in front of me. And I've been looking for which instrument would be good for me, and I've been thinking of piano for a long time.
Okay.
And I kind of really want to make music, and I'm at a point in my life where I'm kind of searching where I'm going. So that's something that could be very interesting for me.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing, David, and thank you for being on this evening. We'll go to Chris. I think that's right.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Chris. I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. Yes, sir.
I'm currently in New York. I just started my job as an artificial intelligence research engineer.
Okay.
But very recently I completed my master's, and in this time, because it was the COVID and all, so I thought maybe I should start with some hobby, and I got a piano, and I started playing it, and I was all learning by myself. So I thought it was kind of rewarding for me. I got into playing things, and now I'm at a stage where I can just listen to things and play them, or just maybe match a couple of chords here and there and play things together. So I'm kind of excited to learn about my potential to learn piano, and maybe get better in all the directions to know where I can be in my journey of learning piano.
Awesome.
So yeah. So far it's been the self-learning, but I want to get more of coach experience just to get a more directed study of it.
Okay, awesome, man. Amazing goals. Thank you for sharing. And we'll go to V.
Hi, V.
Hello.
From the Detroit area.
Okay.
Just started learning piano. I got so bored being stuck in the house during the pandemic.
Yes.
I needed something, so I bought a piano and been trying to teach myself how to use it.
Okay, awesome. Well, definitely we're gonna go ahead and get started. And I actually have one of my students on, Joseph. He's been taking lessons for me about 4 or 5 years, and he's in middle school, and he asked if he can join tonight, so he's joining with us as well. And I'm sure if others come, then they'll join in. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna share my screen. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to lay a foundation, okay? I believe in laying a foundation in everything that I do. So tonight, we're going to lay a foundation, and as we move forward, we'll get into the actual playing the piano. But I always train my students that to play with understanding, not just playing the piano, but having an understanding of what you're playing, because then you can also begin to train other people or also communicate. If you're playing with a band, then you know the language of music, and that is very important. I have ran across a lot of great, amazing musicians, but a lot lack the understanding and the theory. So I always train my students on foundation theory, understanding what they're playing and duplicating that. So let me share my screen, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started for tonight. And being that this is a small group that we have tonight, you can put your, if you have any questions, because sometimes I get very, very passionate, and because this is what I really love to do. So just unmute your mic and just say, hey, Fred, hey, Coach Fred, listen, run that back, because I might just keep going, I just get excited like that. So we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. So the name of my company is Noble's New Sound Music Studio. It's where your new music journey begins. And I live here in Charleston, South Carolina. Actually a little town called Summerville. It's 20 miles east of Charleston, South Carolina. I started in 2009 teaching people to how to play the piano. So I'll tell you my journey as how I got started playing the piano. At the age of 5 years old, my father began to give me piano lessons. And at that time, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really wasn't serious about it. But at the age of 10 years old, I tell people this is where the beginning started. I was walking outside to play basketball, and my father took the basketball out of my hand. He said, "Look, sit down. We're gonna learn to play this piano." And I was like, whoa, okay, I think he's serious. So I sat down, and that's where it began, ladies and gentlemen. At 12 years old, I began to play at various churches in my community. And I always tell people at 16 years old, this is where the musicianship began. I was playing with my father at that time at a 300-member church, a fairly large church at that time, and he took sick. So I had to step in his place and had to, take over as the head musician. And for a 16-year-old at that time, that was very scary. But it taught me a lot. It taught me discipline. It taught me musicianship. I had to practice a whole lot because I couldn't hide behind my father. So I grew up quickly as a musician. I grew up quickly, and that opened up other doors. Matter of fact, after I graduated from high school, I went on to a university here in South Carolina, entitled Claflin University, and I got a full music scholarship. There, I had a chance to play for the jazz band, the concert choir, the gospel choir. We toured the states, all 50 states, and that was a great experience. So after college, I left and I moved back to Charleston, and I wanted to, I landed a job at a charter school teaching music for 5 years. And at that charter school, after that charter school closed, I was like, I always had a dream to open my own business. So I took a leap of faith, ladies and gentlemen. I had $1,500, and I opened an after school for the arts program. And we served kids. We served well over 500 kids, teaching piano, dance, drums, guitar, the whole 9 yards. And in 2018, 18, we ended that phase, and then we shifted onto the online market. And that's when I began to write programs. I wrote piano programs. I wrote a singing program, and I launched that program right before the pandemic. So everything lined up. The future, I'm definitely passionate. I feel like this is what I'm called to do. You know how we all have we all have a purpose in this earth. This is what I feel like I'm called to do. Help people live their dream of playing pianos, playing the piano. I heard many stories of people starting and stopping, and part of my purpose is to encourage you to live that dream. I have helped over hundreds of adults learn to play the piano, and they're playing the piano now. Matter of fact, one of my students, she's getting ready to study in Italy real soon for vocal. I have students that are now playing nationally as national artists, playing for national artists as keyboards as well. So that's a little bit about me. I'm very passionate about what I do. So a little overview of what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the right mindset as a piano player, and we're going to talk about the foundation, and we're going to talk about the 4-step process. So let's go ahead and get into it. The right mindset. Let's talk about the right mindset. A lot of people, they stop and start because they don't have a why, a true defined why. And what I do with my students, before I start, we talk about mindset. What is your reason? What is your why for wanting to play the keyboard? And I have my students write that down and place it on on their piano, a note card on their piano, writing down why do they really want to play the piano. Because, ladies and gentlemen, life happens to all of us, and we have days, and I have days where I don't even feel like practicing. I don't feel like practicing, but guess what? I have to continue to practice, because as I practice, I get better, and I get to pour more into my students. The other second thing is belief. You have to believe in yourself, okay? You have to believe in yourself when nobody else believes in you. I truly believe that, okay? So you want to have a belief in yourself. Yes, you may start off, you may get frustrated, but guess what? This is a journey. This is this is progressive. So, don't beat yourself up. If you find yourself getting frustrated, take a break. I always tell my students, take a break, and then come back a little later, okay? And, so having that belief in yourself, and then vision. Where do you see yourself? I want everybody just to think about this, and you can put this in the chat, or if you want to share real quick. In the next 3 to 5 years, if you're continually, practicing, you're serious about it, your why, just take about 30 seconds. And where do you see yourself? You want to close your eyes. Where do you see yourself as a piano player in the next 3 to 5 years? So you can open your mic, you can type it in the chat, but I would love to hear from you. Well, I would like to hear from you before we move on. If anybody want to share.
Well, I do.
Okay.
A lot of people say that my mom, because she plays very well, she can make the piano sing, make the piano talk.
Right.
I mean, it's like she put herself, she plays well, but she put her own spin on it.
Yes.
So it's nothing like, Judy Jones, she just do her own. And that's how I want to be. I want to be able to play so well and be able to just put my own little spin on it, and, just call music my own.
Ah, that's good. I like that. I like that. Wow. Okay. Anybody else?
So I think like mine is also like kind of similar, like what Angel said, that I want to be able to express myself when I play piano, and that's what I like want to be. So like I don't want to be like, I want that I can do something that's like something I want to play, but it's just like my fingers don't move in a way, or like I don't know what buttons to press to be able to express myself in that way. So
okay. Awesome. All right. Okay, awesome. And I see some things in the chat. We'll check that out. Awesome. So what we're going to do now, as we continue to move on, and I'm going to send this to you in email as well. I want you to do this for the next 21 days, okay? Because they say anything, research says anything that you do for 21 days becomes a habit. Okay, it becomes a habit. All right. So I want everyone to repeat after me. This is a piano declaration, okay, because the words we speak have power, okay? The words that we speak have power. The words you speak have power, okay? So we don't use negative words. We only put positive words in the atmosphere, okay? So if you want to open your mic, you know, we're all a community. We're all family. I consider you guys all my family now. I don't know you like that, but we're all family. We're all in this together, all right? So if you want to open your mic, I'm going to say it first, and then I want you to repeat it after me, but not just repeat it. I want you to visualize the statement, and I want you to visualize it, and I want you to speak it, okay? So here we go. I am a confident piano player.
I am a confident
piano player.
Two more times.
I am a
confident piano player.
One more time.
I am a confident piano player.
Awesome. I am playing the piano with ease.
I am playing the piano with ease. I am playing the piano.
I'm playing the piano with ease.
One more time.
I am playing the piano with ease.
Good. I am playing my favorite songs.
I am playing my favorite songs. I'm playing my favorite songs.
I'm playing my favorite songs.
Good. I am using correct fingering.
I am using correct fingering. I am using correct fingering. I am using correct fingering.
I am playing difficult songs.
I am playing difficult songs. I am playing difficult songs. I am playing difficult songs.
Good. I am learning to play songs out my comfort zone.
I am learning to play songs out of my comfort zone. I am learning to play songs out of my comfort zone. I am learning to play songs out of my comfort zone.
I am writing my own songs.
I am writing my own songs. I am writing my own songs.
I'm writing my
own songs.
Good. I am an excellent piano player.
I am an excellent piano player. I am an excellent piano player. I am an excellent piano player.
Good job. I am calm and relaxed while playing the piano.
I am calm
and relaxed while playing the piano. I am calm and relaxed while playing the piano.
One more time.
I am calm and relaxed while playing the piano.
Good job. I am having fun playing the piano. This is very important.
I am having
fun playing the piano.
I'm having fun
playing the piano.
I am
having fun playing the piano.
Good job. So I want to congratulate you. You can do this. You're amazing. Way to go. Okay. So how many people are going to commit to this for the next 21 days? Okay. I want you to commit to this. I'm telling you, it really works. Okay. It really works. So I'll be sending that to you as well. Okay. So let's get into it. Okay. Like I said, we're laying the foundation tonight. So as we go move forward, then you know, the foundation's already laid, and then you know we can get into actually playing the piano. But I like to lay the foundation. What we're going to talk about some terms. Okay, so what is music? Okay, just in your own words. Okay, what is music? You can once again open your whatever comes to mind. You can open your mic and just I want to hear from a few people real quick. What is music? What's your definition of music?
Feelings,
Good.
like what you feel, how you feel inside. I think that's like part of music. Music
Awesome.
make you feel something in your soul. Like music, like if I'm upset or mad or anything, all I have to do is play some music that's like in my genre, like I like, and I'm so calm, and it's just like music soothes the savage beast.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. All right. All right. Anyone else? Feel free to open.
So for me, music is vibrations. It's waves that it's energies
Yes.
that make you feel a certain way.
Yes.
And music is part of basically everything.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
it's everywhere. So
That's true. Very true. Very true,
yeah.
David. Yes. Awesome. Do we have one more?
For me, music is a language like which I can use to express myself, or with which I can know about the feelings of others. So like it's not just about hearing, enjoying something. So if it's about enjoying, like if it's fun, if it's sad, like I can feel that, and I can make others feel the same. Like so that's how I think of it. Like it's a language for me.
Awesome. 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 All right. Awesome. Welcome. Welcome. If you just coming on. And that's all great definitions, you know. But the definition that I have, music is the universal language that everyone can understand and appreciate. And I say everyone because if you go to the continent of Africa, they have their sound. If you go to the continent of Europe, they have their sound. If you go to Canada, right? Like David's from, right? David, you're from Canada, right? You guys have your own sound. So everybody, and I think David said it, everybody can appreciate music, okay? And I always tell my students, just imagine for a second, music is powerful. I think Miss Angel said that. Music is very powerful because if you are watching one of your favorite if you're watching one of your favorite movies or even a commercial, think about it. Without music, that is one boring movie. That is one boring commercial. Okay, and music is so powerful because even in the stores, you know, studies have shown they play certain types of music in the stores to get people to get people going to stay there to shop. You know, there's certain sounds that they play, you know, at certain frequencies. So yeah, definitely right, guys. Okay, so the music alphabet, and like I said, you know, we're laying the foundation. Some of you guys may know this already. The music alphabet, and if you want to write it down, take it notes, that's fine. The music alphabet are A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Okay. Once again, it's A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Okay. So what happens after G? It repeats back to A. Okay. All right. It starts back over. All right. And in pianos come in various sizes. We have 88 standard size keyboard or upright piano or grand piano. Then the keyboards now come in 76, 61, 49, and they even have some 29 smaller synthesizer keyboards these days. So once again, the music alphabet are A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Okay. And then we're gonna talk about scale patterns. On the next slide, we're going to talk about sharps, flats, chords, and progressions. Okay, so let's go on to the next slide real quick. And also genres. There are various genres. Okay, various genres. We have gospel, we have classical, we have rock, we have R&B. You know, and that's why I said people can of all races and society can appreciate music, okay? So let's move on. Okay. All right, so this is the 4-step process that I teach right here, okay? The first thing right here is you want to know, the actual notes, okay? You will be, might not believe it, but there are a lot of people that really don't know the keys on the keyboard, okay? So that's very important, knowing the keys on the keyboard, all right? So I'm gonna pull my keyboard up real quick. And then we'll come back to that. All right, let's see. All right, hold on 1 second. I have to, let me see. All right, there we go. Awesome. Okay, so all right. So right here we have the keyboard, right? So we have on the keyboard, we have 2 sets of black keys and 3 sets of black keys, all right? And like I said, we're gonna dive into it on our next session, but just wanted to lay a foundation. Okay, there is a pattern, all right, to finding the notes on the keyboard. So we have 2 set, 3 set, 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 all the way down, all right? We have 2 set and 3 set. Now, we have the notes on the keyboard, all right? The white keys. So we have the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. All right, so we have under the 2 set of black keys, ladies and gentlemen, we have the notes C, D, and E. All right, C, D, and E. All right, now under the 3 set of black keys, we have the notes F, G, A, and B. All right, so once again, under the 2 set of black keys, we have C, D, and E. Under the 3 set of black keys, we have F, G, A, and B. All right, and this pattern continues. 2 set of black keys, C, D, E. 3 set of black keys, F, G, A, and B. All right, good. Now, if you have a question, just please open your mic and definitely ask, okay? So we have the 2 set and the 3 set. Now, you saw a term on there called flat, okay? So what is a flat? A flat lowers the pitch by a half step, okay? So a half step is the very next key, all right? So that key can be black or white. So if I'm playing this key right here, where would the half step going up be? What note would it be?
The half step would be
Right. It would be C right here, the half step. Does that make sense?
I thought the half step had to be black keys.
No, see, yeah, no ma'am, no ma'am. A half step is the very next key. It could be black or white, okay? So right here to right here is a half step, okay? It's the very next key. From here to here is a half step, okay? From here to here is a half step, okay? And we also call this chromatic, okay? So going boom, boom, chromatic scale. Sorry, sometimes it gets stuck, but yeah, that's sorry about that. All right, I'm gonna restart it real quick. Sorry for this. There we go. All right, so good. So yeah, that's a half step. A half step, you move by going, it's the very next key, okay? That's a half step, okay? A half step can move up or down, okay? So half step going backwards would be right here. That's a half step going down, okay? Make sense? Okay, that's a half step. All right, now, so let's talk about the whole step, and then we're going to talk about flats and sharps. So what's a whole step? A whole step is the very next key. Okay, so we skip a key. So for example, so from right here to right here is a whole step. Okay, we skip the key in between. So C to D is a whole step. Okay, from D to E is a whole step. Now, where is the whole step coming next? Is it this key right here, or is it this key right here? Is it number one or number two?
Number one.
Okay, let me
It
have
has
somebody.
to be the black key.
It's the
No.
black key. Right.
What?
Yeah, it's the black key. Because remember, the whole step, we skip a key in between.
Okay.
Okay, because from E to F is a half step. Okay, all right. Okay, that's a half step. Okay, a whole step, we're skipping a key in between. Okay, that's the best way to explain it. All right, we're skipping a key in between. Now, all of this is going to make sense because we're going to get into scales in a little while. That's why I'm laying the foundation. Okay, because when you leave here tonight, you will be able to play any scale on the keyboard if you follow this pattern that I'm about to show you in a little while. Okay, so once again, let's review. A half step is what? The very next key, right? Regardless of black or white, right? The very next key. Boom, boom, that's a half step. All right. Okay. The whole step, you're skipping the key. All right. So you're skipping a key. That's a whole step. That's a whole step. Okay. All right. So if everybody understands, just type in the chat for me. Yes. All right. Just type in the chat real quick. Yes. So I can know I can move on. If not, then I want to go back and make sure everybody understands. Like I said, some of you may know this already, but I have to lay the foundation for everybody. Okay, so we're all moving in the same direction. Okay, so let's see. Yes, yes, yes. Good, awesome. All right, good. All right, so now let's talk about flats and sharps. So what are flats and sharps? So a sharp lowers the pitch by a half step. Okay, so if we are playing this E and someone says play E flat, well, guess what? The rule says lower it by a half step. So we're gonna go back by a half step. Okay, now this becomes E flat. Okay, that becomes now E flat. Okay, let's do another one. Let's go to the key of A. A, okay, the rule says go back by a half step. All we do is go back one. Okay, so a flat lowers the key by a half step. That's why I went through what a half step was, because everything that I teach is progressive. Okay, so you have to understand, you know, what I teach previously so you can continually move forward. Okay, so that's a half step. Now let's see if you really truly understand. So remember, it's lowered by a half step. Okay, so if this, you got a question? Okay, all right, cool. So we're on C. Where is the half step? Where's the flat? Where is C flat? Somebody open their mic and tell me what note is C flat?
C flat is B.
Yes, it is the B. All right. Now, a lot of people don't say C flat. They say B. And David brought up a good point, because C and B are what we call enharmonics. Okay. They're the same. They have the same note name. All right. I mean, they have a different note name, but they're played on the same key. So B, this is B, but also known as C flat. Okay. All right, everybody understand that? That term is called enharmonics. Okay, now let's go to sharps. Okay, so what is a sharp? A sharp is where you raise the pitch a half step. So if I'm playing F right here and I go up a half step, the sharp would be right here. F sharp. Okay, F sharp. All right, now if I go to A, this would be A sharp. Now, what is also, can someone tell me what's another name for this? This is A sharp, but also it is what?
B flat.
B flat, exactly. B flat. B flat. So most people say in musician terms B flat. You rarely hear somebody say A sharp. Okay, but if you want to be, theory, a theory Google and say, hey, I'm playing the A sharp today. Most people are like, what? A sharp. But yeah, that's the name for it as well. A sharp. Okay. All right. So now let's get into scales. Okay. What is scales? Scales are a series of notes in a particular key. Okay. And we're going to talk about the pattern because, like I said, when you leave here tonight, you will be able to play any scale, regardless, any major scale. Okay, we're going to talk about the major scale about this pattern. Now, the pattern, if you want to write it down, is whole W W W H W W W W. Okay, all right. That's the pattern that we're about to go over. All right. And I'm gonna try it in several different keys. Don't worry about fingering right now. We will get into all of that right now. I'm just laying the foundation. Okay. So we're gonna start right here in good old C, middle C. This is middle C because it's in the middle of the keyboard. All right. So C to D is a whole step, right? Okay. All right, so C is already counted as a whole step. That's the way I teach it to make sense, okay? So this already counted as a whole step. To get to D, we need to go another whole step, which is the key D, right? To get to the third note, we need to go another whole step. That's where that came in, that W, 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 W. Okay, everybody understand? Whole, whole, whole. What is the fourth note? How do we get to the fourth note, somebody?
It's a half step.
A half step, exactly. We need to go a half step. A half step is the very next key. There we go. It's the F, all right? That's the half step, okay? Now, to get to the fifth note, we need to go another whole step. So guess what? We're gonna skip this key right here. There we go, a whole step, okay? Guess what? The sixth key is a whole step, okay? There we go. Guess what? To get to the seventh key, we need to go up another whole step. And then finally, to get back to the main key, we go a half step. That's the pattern, ladies and gentlemen. Whole, 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 half, whole, 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 half. Now, I'm gonna pick a random key, okay? All right, because some people get, terrified with the sharps, okay? But we're gonna use the same approach, okay? Like I said, you can use this on any key, and I want you to try this. I want you to try this out, okay? All right, so we're gonna pick a random key. We're gonna pick this key right here. Can someone tell me what is this note? What sharp is this?
F sharp.
F sharp, thank you. F sharp. So here we go. We're going whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Ladies and gentlemen, you just played the F sharp major scale. Okay, all right, all right. Okay, so it's just that simple. Okay, so from
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Can I say the G flat major scale?
G flat, yeah, sure. Let's go.
I mean, F sharp and G flat are the same thing.
Exactly. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. F sharp and G flat are the same thing. You're correct, David. Yes, sir. If we're talking in sharp terms, that would be F sharp. If we're talking in flats, then that would be G flat. Yes. Thank you, David. Yes. Okay. So we have sharp scales, ladies and gentlemen, and we have flat scales, and they're both kind of intertwined. Okay, because this is C sharp scale. But guess what? This is also D flat major scale. Okay, all right. So they intertwine. So it matters in what key the song is in. The song might be written in D flat. So then you have to honor the flats. But then it might be written in C sharp. So then you have to honor the sharps, okay? Because not to get too ahead, but there are 7 sharps in the C sharp major scale. But in the D flat major scale, there are only 5 flats, okay? So this is where the theory comes about, okay? All right, so good job. All right, so now we're gonna move into the chords, okay? We talked about the scales, and now we're gonna form chords. What are chords? Chords are when 3 notes are played at the very same time, okay? And we have 4 types of chords, and we're gonna, dive into this more, but just to share with you, we have the major chord, we have the minor chord, we have the augmented chord, and we have the diminished chords, okay? Those are the 4 types of chords that we're gonna learn about first, okay? And I'm gonna show you where they are and how to form them, okay? So we're gonna start with real basic. We're gonna keep in the C major to keep it simple. We're gonna start on, I'll put our thumb on C, right? Okay, and then we're gonna skip every other note. Okay, to form a chord, to form a root chord, you skip every other note, okay? This is only in the root position, okay? Later on, we'll talk about inversions and things of that sort. But if you want to play a basic root chord or a simple chord in a simple position, we're going to talk about the root chords, okay? So the root chords, we're going to start with C, okay? We have scale degrees. So this is C is 1, D is 2, E is the 3rd scale degree, F is the 4th scale degree, G is the 5th scale degree, A is the 6th scale degree, B is the 7th, and then C, okay? All of this is gonna make sense in a little bit. So we're gonna start with the 1 chord, okay? The 1 chord. Now I'm gonna pull this up, and I'll be sharing this with you as well. Okay, just let me find it real quick. Okay, cool. All right, so we want to go here. All right, so we have C major scale, right? Okay. All right, so we have the C major scale. Now, like I said, C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, G is 5, A is 6, B is 7, and then C is 8. So we have the 1, we're gonna build this chord, all right? We're gonna build a C major chord. A major chord sounds happy, all right? All right, we're gonna talk about the difference between major and minor, okay? Major sounds happy. So we're gonna build this C chord. And I'm gonna show you in the simplest form where you can go home tonight and play these chords if you have a piano, okay? So to build a chord, we're gonna start on C, and we're gonna skip every other note to get 2 more notes. So if I'm playing C, what's the next note? If I'm gonna skip, what's the next note gonna be?
D.
Huh?
Gonna be D.
It's gonna be E.
It's gonna be E, right?
Oh,
to
yeah.
form the chord. Yep, we're gonna play E. All right, okay. And then we're gonna skip one more note. What's the last note of this chord, this 3-note chord?
G.
G. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a C major chord, okay? The notes consist of a C major chord, C, E, and G. We have a C major chord, all right? Now, I want you to write this down, okay? Or if you already know it, that's fine. The major chords are found on scale degrees number 1, number 4, and number 5, meaning the first note, the 4th note, and the 5th note are where we build our major chords, okay? In any major key. So if we want to build our 4 chord, what's the note? What's the note for our 4th chord? What's the 4th note in the C major scale?
F.
F, exactly, F. All right, so guess what? What are the remaining notes? We have F to build this chord, to build an F chord. We need 2 more notes.
A.
A and
C.
there you go. F major chord. So you already learned 2 chords. C major, go to the 4, F major. Okay, now we're gonna form the last chord, okay, the last major chord, all right, in the key of C. We're gonna go to the 5 chord. The 5th note is G. We skip every other note, B, and then we skip another note, D. We have now a G major chord, okay? So the major chords are found on the 1, the 4, the 5, okay? 1, 4, 5. Now, our minor chords are built on the 2, 3, and 6. And our minor chords, they sound more gloomy and dark, okay? They sound more gloomy and dark, all right? So if I wanted to build on the 2, what's the notes for the minor chord?
Say that again.
What's the notes for the minor chord? I'm trying to find my notes.
If it's not C.
So what's the second note? What's the second note?
From C?
Yeah, what's the second note in the C major scale?
D.
D, right, right? So D is gonna be our first note, right? D is gonna be our first note, all right? So then if we skip again, what's the next note to form this D minor chord?
F.
F. And then if we skip again, the final note is going to be
A.
Yes, we have a D minor chord. Now listen, you hear that? It's dark, okay? It's not this. This is a major chord. This is D major chord. See, that's bright, but the D minor chord, you know, it has a more dark sound, okay? Now, we're gonna speed it up. Now we're gonna go to the 3 chord. Same thing, E, skip, G, B, E minor chord, okay? It's the 3rd chord, okay? So the 2, 3, and then our final chord is the 6th chord. Where is it? It's the A. Skip, C, E. Okay? A, C, E. Okay, that's our minor chord. So we have the minor chords are built on what scale degrees? Somebody tell me.
What scale degree?
Yeah. How do we build our minor chords?
What, 2, 4, and 6?
2. You got the 6 right. We missed 1.
I did?
Huh?
No. For the minor chords?
Yeah, we built 2. And then what's the other scale degree? You said 6. We missed 1.
It can't be 3. Well, no.
It is 3. Yep, 3.
Oh, it is?
3 and then 6.
Okay.
Okay, 2, 3, and 6. Our major chords are built on 1 scale, the first scale degree, the 4th scale degree, and the 5th scale degree, okay? Our minor chords are built on the 2 scale degree, the 2nd scale degree, the 3rd scale degree, and the 6th scale degree. All right. All right. Good. Now, we're going to get into, and I definitely honor your time. So we're going to get into progressions, and then we're going to kind of wrap it up for tonight. But progressions. A progression is where you move from one chord to the next chord, okay? So someone give me some numbers between 1 and 6, all right? Because later on we'll talk about the 7th chord. The 7th chord is diminished chord, but that's something we'll get into a little later. But give me a series of numbers, 4 numbers between 1 and 6. Any numbers, any pattern, create a pattern 1 through 6.
1, 4. It's got to be 6 numbers.
No, 4 numbers.
Oh, 1, 4. Do it got to be an F in order?
No. Any order.
Okay. 1, 4, 2, and 6.
1, 4, 2, 6. Okay, so we're gonna create this simple progression in 1, 4, 2, 6. Okay, we're gonna do it as whole notes. All right, so very simple. 1, 4, 2, 6. That's a song. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is put words, put a rhythm to it, and you have created a song. That progression for that song is 1, 4, 2, 6. Okay? If you want to create something so simple, some of the top charted songs out here today are with those simple chords like that, believe it or not. And they add synthesizers and drums, but the basic chords. Okay? All right.
Okay, Coach Fred,
yeah.
I seen how you was playing the 1, 4, 2, 6 with your left hand. But the other 3 on the, I don't get where you was doing the 3 numbers.
Yeah, so that's the chords. So this is the 1 chord that you said, right? Which is C major. Remember? That's the 1 chord, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And then you said you wanted to go to a 4 chord, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's the 4 chord in the key of C?
Let me look at my notes. Major, 4 chords. I don't.
Take your time. What's the 4th note in the key of C?
In the key of C, C, D, E, F.
F, right? Okay. So guess what? We're gonna play an F major chord. So this is the 1 chord. Now we're gonna go to the 4 chord, right?
Okay.
Okay. And then you said a 2 chord, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the 2 chord?
C, D.
D minor. See? That's the 2 chord.
Okay.
And then we go into the 6th chord, you said, which is A minor.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And all of these are basic root chords. Okay. So what we created was a progression. Okay. A progression. Okay. All right. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So like the hymn Amazing Grace. All right. Just real quick. So if we wanted to start that, right, it would be on the 1. 1, amazing grace, how 4, sweet the 1 sound, that 6, sing the wretch like 5. See? Okay? Very basic form, okay? All right. So then once you understand that, then you can take it up a notch. Okay, so that's where you can go. But before we get there, you have to understand the foundation. Okay, you have to understand the foundation. All right, so that's why I lay a good foundation. Those things I were playing just now were like passing chords, seventh chords, things of that sort. Okay, so what we talked about tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we talked about understanding the notes. Okay, we talked about scales, we talked about chords, and we talked about progressions and songs. So this part of my training is what I do in the playing by ear. There are 4 things I believe every musician should do, and this is what I teach my students. Number 1, I believe every musician should know how to read music. Okay, if somebody puts a piece of music in front of you, you should at least know the time signature and the key signature and be able to read that music. Okay. The second thing is playing by ear, playing your favorite songs off the radio. Okay. And using your ear to play it. Okay. The third thing is chord charts. Okay. Playing off a chord chart. All right. So a chord chart is where they have the chords over the words, and then you just play the actual chords. And then the fourth thing is improvising and being free. So when you combine all 4 of those things, I mean, wow. I mean, amazing, amazing, because you're using your ear. If you have to look at the music, because when I went to college, they were blown away because I had a very strong ear, and all they taught me how to do was read music. So I would play from my heart because I combined all 4 things. You know, my piano teacher, she was like, you get on my nerves because I would add stuff to the music, but I had such a strong ear and I combined all those 4 principles. See what I'm saying? So this is what's going to make you a well-rounded, piano player and musician. All right. So awesome, awesome, awesome job. Just to wrap it up, and if everybody could, so yeah, we covered most of this. Progressions, and I'll talk about playing your favorite songs. Okay, so just to wrap this up, just to tell you a little bit more about myself, I do have a new instrumental single out. It came out last year. It's called Peace. People use it to study, people use it to pray to, people just use it to relax. I created it during the pandemic. You can go to Apple, Spotify to download it. Just type in Peace, Fred Noble III, and take a listen to it as well, if you so desire. Also, we have one of our courses that we have Take the 7-Day Piano Challenge. I'm gonna be on here, like I said, every month, but if you want to speed up the process, then you can go to 7daypianochallenge.yourmusicjourneyonline.com. And I have an easier website. You can put your email address in. The original price is $47, but for today, if you signed up, it's only $21. And I have that special for the next 3 days. So if anybody wants to move on and really, take action in learning to play the piano, you can sign up for the 7-Day Piano Challenge. This also comes with 1 free coaching session with me. And, we find out, we dream together exactly where you want to go. So with me, if you decide to partner with me, I base my lessons on you. Okay, I center around what you want to do. So if you want to learn a certain genre of music, then that's what we go after. Okay, I make sure you know the theory behind it, but then I want you to fulfill your dreams. So I don't go exactly after method books and make you spend, 3 or 4 years playing songs that you really do not want to play. Okay, we get you into theory, and then we get you learning to play the piano. So once again, if anybody wants to take the 7-Day Piano Challenge, you can go to that website and sign up. for that, okay? And then we can go ahead and get started. But if not, like I promised, I'll be here next month as well, and we'll be getting into, you know, more music sessions. I'm sorry I can't do it on a weekly basis. I currently have almost over 30 students that I do through the week, live lessons and Zoom lessons. So my schedule is kind of full, but this is something I wanted to do just to give back to people. So that's that. We also have a t-shirt line that I created as well. It's called the New Sound Merch, Relax, Just Play. And I created this, and as you can see, I have it on right here, because a lot of people are nervous when they play, they're worried. And I created this line to inspire piano players just to relax and just play, have fun. So you can check that out as well if you so desire at newsoundmerchonline.com. And also, to wrap it up, if everybody would just head over to yourmusicjourneyonline.com and just put in your name and your email address. I want to stay connected with you. I'll be sending you things throughout the week, regardless if you sign up for the 7-day challenge. I'll be sending that information, but I also will put all of this in the meetup group as well. And if you want the replay of this, go ahead and go to the Your Music Journey Online. I forgot to put that. That was my old website, but yourmusicjourneyonline.com. I'll send you the webinar with this and along with the decrees, okay? So thank you for your time once again. Before we leave, I just want to hear from you. Was this a value tonight? Was this a waste of your time? Just talk to me real quick, because I like to hear your feedback. So before we close, anybody want to open just to share what's on your heart? Feel free.
I appreciate you even teaching us, and although it was kind of a struggle, I mean, I did get kind of frustrated, but I did learn a lot. I learned something, and I got a keyboard. I think it's 80 something keys. Okay. I'm going to practice. And you said we can find this on, if we send our email?
Yes, ma'am. You can go to yourmusicjourneyonline.com and then scroll to the bottom and just put your name and email address, and then I'll get it. But all of this will be in the meetup as well. Okay. So anybody else want to share before we go?
So I just wanted to say that there are like a lot of things that I heard before, but I understood some things a little bit more. And one thing that I'm trying to understand and learn is using the two hands.
Okay.
And just the little exercise that we did, just one note with the left hand and the chord with the right hand, and I'm starting to understand a little bit.
Wow, awesome.
It's very nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
thank you.
You're welcome. So like I said, this is something that you really want to do. Take that 7-day challenge. That 7-day challenge is great, guys. I'm telling you. And I offer it. We do one coaching session at the end. Okay, so we review it. It's 7 days, and this is going to show you how disciplined you are. Okay, if you can commit to 7 days, okay, of just getting it online, taking the lessons, and then having that coaching session, and then we have that dream session to see where you want to go. So thank you for your time.
Also, Coach, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
How often will you offer that 20-day challenge? How often?
The 7-day?
The 7-day challenge.
Oh, it's forever. It's on whenever you're ready to sign up. You can go ahead and sign up, and it's pre-recorded videos. And like I said, once you finish, you reach out to me, I reach out to you, and we have our coaching dream session, and then we talk about next steps. So but hey, I'm not after to get more piano students, because I have a whole lot. So I'm here just to offer this if someone wants to speed up the process, because like I said, I'm only going to be here once a month, but I will commit to you. You have my promise. I'll be back here at the end of the month in November, and we'll continue on if that's what you want to do. So once again, thank you guys for your time, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
All right. God bless.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.